This news program is proudly brought to you by
Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits
and Now Biscuits.
International Revenue Commission launched its 5-year strategic plan. Liquor sales restricted in Mount Hagen during the festive period. And business houses in Port Moresby support police in NC Day. Good evening, you're watching National EMTV News. I'm Godwin Eki. Thank you for joining us. While most business houses and government departments are closing the 2022 year, the Internal Revenue Commission launched its 5-year Strategic Plan 2023 Annual Work Plan and the Internal Audit Diagnostic Toolkit today at the APEC House in Port Moresby. Prime Minister James Marape was present to receive the 5-year strategic plan, including the work plan for IRC Commissioner General Sam Koim.
Today was a day of celebration for the Internal Revenue Commission and its staff following a successful year in collecting 15 billion kina in tax revenue. The Commissioner General for IRC, Sam Koim, and fellow commissioners and staff met at the APEC House to launch the 5-year Strategic Plan 2023 to 2027 and a work plan to complement. IRC Commissioner General Sam Koim, in his address to the staff, stated that despite a successful year, more needs to be done in 2023.
Prime Minister has a story to tell, the government has a story to tell. Let's continue to be the example for the public service. And I think that's something that we need to be proud of. So what's before us this morning is, apart from the pleasantries, we are launching our strategic plan for 2023 to 2027.
Representing the Treasury Office was Vice Minister for Treasury and Member for Menyama, Solen Loifa, who gave praise to the staff of the IRC in their efforts in working together collectively to set a record of 15 billion kina in tax collection.
IRC, what the Commissioner has mentioned and the amount that this year, without you, we wouldn't receive that money, and without you, we wouldn't fund the country. So I commend people for the hard work that you have done this year. You know, most times the ministry and us, the elected leaders, we get the accolades and we get the glory. But you are the ones that track the load and you make the things happen. So I commend you.
Prime Minister James Marape spoke of the challenges that have faced the country and made a call to everyone, including the business houses, to work along with the IRC.
Thank you. And he was maybe humble and kind enough to deflect from the hard work you put in. 2021, without the oil price increase, you collected about 370 million for our country. That's 2021. Thank you to IRC. 2020, in a COVID-19 year, when entire planet shut down, with the budget appropriations we looked at and the focus for revenue collection tuned down a little bit, you collected over 100% and went beyond what was asked of you to collect in 2020.
The Prime Minister concluded by calling on those in attendance to ensure that they serve the country by doing their jobs to the best of their abilities. The launch of the 5-year plan and the work plan will see IRC work towards ensuring that IRC meets its vision by being a robust, modern and efficient tax administration by 2025. Rocky Iso, National EMTV News.
Minister for Higher Education and Sports Don Pollier today launched the 2022 National Online Selection for the 2023 academic year. The launch took place at the Department of Higher Education Research Sciences Technology headquarters in Port Moresby, witnessed by the staff, academic selectors and the department heads.
28,000 grade 12 school leavers have gone through the selection process today after Minister Pollier launched the 2022 National Online Selection. With only 19,000 tertiary spaces available, 11,126 students were automatically eligible for the TESA scholarship, while the remaining 8,336 were eligible to further studies without the benefit of the scholarship, as highlighted by the Acting Secretary for DS, Dr. Francis Hualupmomi.
So the 11,000 plus students are on scholarship. Those ones that are not on scholarship, but they are qualified, are 8,000 plus. As you can see, they are in the admission pool. So that means that the students are qualified, and institutions are now asked to select those 8,000 plus students, which will meet the spaces available at all the institutions. That's about 19,000.
Dr. Hualupmomi emphasized that the GPA is no longer the only criteria to select the students. Two other criteria used by selectors, setting specific grades for specific subject and subjects combination that suits the needs and expectations of the institutions.
For instance, in subject and also in subject combinations. For instance, law school, they said the students must put law as first choice, not as second choice. Even if they score very high marks, but they make law as a second choice, they will automatically be not selected, because that's the requirement set in the system. The system can only read the requirements as an input into the system.
Grade 12 students can now go online and check if they have secured a space at the tertiary institutions. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
The budget allocation of 40 million kina by the government to the Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology is insufficient compared to the increasing number of intakes. Acting Secretary for DHES, Dr. Francis Hualupmomi, raised this concern during the launch of the 2022 National Online Selection in Port Moresby today.
The 40 million kina allocated by the government to the DHES is said to be insufficient, as the number of grade 12 school leavers have increased from 15 to 18,000 this year, as highlighted by the Acting Secretary.
Let me say that the funding that we have received for 2023 is insufficient. That's why it will affect the 2023 students who have been selected. It will also affect the institutions who will get the students who have been selected by today's results.
In the meantime, the Minister for Higher Education and Sports, Don Polye, said this issue was brought before his attention and concluded that the budget is flexible to cater for any need that might occur.
As soon as the budget was passed by Parliament, the department looked through the allocations made, and they found areas that had not been catered for by the budget. And what I have done is I've addressed that at my level with the Prime Minister and the Treasurer. And the budget is very, very flexible enough to cater for any deficiency that might appear very important, might be very critical, but could have been overlooked erroneously. So that we will look at it and address it.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
With only 4 days to go before Christmas, police personnel at Boroko Police Station were blessed today with a business house donating 20 cartons of soft drinks towards their festive operations. The Oceania Beverage Limited Finance Manager Mark Joseph said because policemen and women also provide security for the general public and business houses as well, they felt obliged to at least give in kind towards the police personnel for their festive operations.
Mr. Mark Bautista from the Oceania Beverage Limited said this gesture is to show their appreciation for the hard work that police do and will continue to do moving into the Christmas and New Year period.
Today we are sponsoring 20 cartons of our product K1 Raspberry to Boroko Police Station and to the rest of the whole of the station, and this is to recognize their hard work and their efforts to maintain the peace and security within the city. And we do value the importance of the role that they are playing in the area. Especially for us, we have a factory within the city, so we have to ensure that the security is always there within the city so that we can do our daily operations. And we do see that the police is very visible, especially this time, and we really appreciate the effort.
In receiving the 20 cartons of drinks on behalf of NCD Metsup Silva Sika, Chief Inspector David Terry said this relationship will continue as the public-private partnership with the police is further enhanced in such gestures. He thanked the Oceania Beverage staff and management for this kind and timely gesture.
Today we received 20 cartons of soft drinks from Oceanic Beverages. This is the second time the company has donated soft drinks to the police. Last year they gave us over 100 cartons, and we distributed those cartons of drinks to the various suburban police stations in the NCD Metro. And today they decided to come with 20. I have got with me our OIC prosecutions here. We are going to give 10 cartons to the prosecutions, and I will keep 10 in the commander's office. So that when we have visitors coming to the office of the commander, we'll give them a drink, put a smile on their face this Christmas. So I'm so thankful and grateful. Community and the police partnership. We'd like to see this sort of interaction happening all the time between the constabulary and the business community. It's good for the community. When you do that, you forge a relationship and you have mutual trust and understanding. So in that regard, I thank you so much. Please pass on the commander's thank you to your management and staff.
As Christmas approaches, police in the NCD command have commenced foot patrols and are maintaining their presence at bus stops and other busy areas within the city. Lindy Suharupa, National EMTV News.
Tininga Group of Companies has come good to sponsor police operations in the Western Highlands province with eskis and coolers and soft drinks for their festive period operations. Police personnel in the Western Highlands province have launched their festive operations yesterday and will begin setting up tents for mobile police stations in various parts of Mount Hagen City, leading into the festive season.
The Provincial Police Commander of the Western Highlands Province, Superintendent John Sagom, has acknowledged all stakeholders who have shown their support to the police to ensure safety of the general public is guaranteed. Sagom gave brief details of how his men and women will execute their festive operations in Mount Hagen City and surrounding communities.
We have had a support now coming from the City Commission. They have assisted us with tents, and also there will be mini police stations, or if you like, it's mobile police station. So come first light every morning, we will go and do our setup at Pope's Oval and at Rainbow area. And the other one will be at the Buyer Gate, and the other one will be down at Market area. So we will have tents. It's sort of like a mobile police station. So we will have policemen and women who will be on foot patrol.
PPC Sagom further heaped praise for the Tininga Group of Companies who have thrown their support behind Mount Hagen Police for foot patrols.
Tininga Group of Companies have paid for the coolers, and every morning they will supply us with soft drinks like water, so that when police officers goes around, when they do their foot patrol, they come back. When they rest, they freshen up, and then they will go around.
EMTV News understands the provincial government under the leadership of Governor Y. Rapa is looking at establishing a police toll-free number for locals there to use. During the launch of the festive operations yesterday at the Kimininga Police Barracks, all police personnel in Mount Hagen Command and all rural commands within the Western Highlands Province were present. Lindy Suharupa, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National MTV News. 8 iron bridges will be sent to the highlands as part of Japanese government's economic and social development program between Papua New Guinea and Japan. The signing ceremony for grant assistance took place between Japan's ambassador to PNG, Watanabe Nobuyaki, and PNG Foreign Minister Justin Techenko at the Central Government Building at Waigani.
Since well before the independence of Papua New Guinea, Japan has enjoyed a cordial relationship with the country, which has been enhanced by the progress of PNG into the areas of diplomacy, trade and mutual cooperation. In recent years, the ties have strengthened remarkably, with the Japanese ambassador for PNG, Watanabe Nobuyuki, announcing during the signing ceremony the aid Japan will give as grant assistance.
Based on this ground, I wish to work harder with Techenko to further deepen our ties in various areas. Therefore, it is my great pleasure to be here today to have a signing ceremony with Minister Techenko for Economic and Social Development Program for provisions of iron bridges.
Due to the deterioration of infrastructure, the grant assistance will see the 8 iron bridges delivered to the Highlands region to be placed along the Highlands Highway.
To address these challenges, the project is to provide the government of Papua New Guinea with 400 million yen and approximately 10 million kina for the assembled iron bridges. This is expected to improve access to healthcare, education and market for the people of Papua New Guinea.
Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Techenko thanked the Japanese government for their assistance in supporting economic impact projects.
Japan has always shown its dedication, commitment and loyalty to Papua New Guinea and has helped build our country since independence. So I would like to say a big thank you to the ambassador, to your country and to your people for your continual support in economic driven activities supporting Papua New Guinea.
The project assistance renews Japan's commitment to the bilateral relationship of both countries and is a gesture that Japan will be a friend and partner to PNG. Rocky Iso, National MTV News.
The Minister for Justice and Attorney General and member for Imbongu Open Pilaniningi has welcomed the 2023 budget allocation of 1.15 billion towards the law and justice sector in the country. Minister Niningi said in the statement the Marape-Rosso government understood the challenges faced in the sector and has acknowledged this by prioritizing for stronger and safer communities with a better justice system for all.
In a statement released today, Minister Niningi has acknowledged the government's budget allocation for next year towards the law and justice sector. He explained that good budget will always deliver better justice. Minister Niningi added that there will be a lot of positive impacts the budget will be having on the law and justice sector. Minister Niningi highlighted the programs his ministry will be embarking on from the 2023 budget allocation. Some of these programs will include increasing the number of judges from 40 to 60. With the engagement of 20 more judges to the bench, cases can be effectively managed and justice delivered on time. Building of new courthouses throughout the country and to install a robust, integrated law and order sector criminal and civil tracking system to efficiently manage every case. Other programs that will be implemented next year in the law and justice sector will include permit for citizen inquiry, new modern learning facility, more funding for public prosecutor, more funding for institutional housing, efficient funding for court facilities, and prioritizing village court allowances. There will be more programs implemented next year in the law and justice sector. Minister Niningi thanked the government for recognizing the law and justice sector as fundamental towards nation building. In concluding, Minister Niningi wished everyone a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2023. Lindy Suharupa, National MTV News.
Western Highlands Province Governor Wairapa has commended the Marape Rosso government for passing the 2023 budget successfully. Governor Rapa stated this during a recent visit to Jiwaka Province, where the Prime Minister officiated at the launching of the National Coffee Structure and Policy Framework.
In addressing the people there, Governor Rapa said the current government was focused on law and order, and his provincial government will also support.
Our council, see money, coffee and same one plan. Law and order same. Prime Minister, I will group of parts to me passing.
Meanwhile, Rapa said coffee was a commodity that brought revenue into the government coffers, however, was neglected due to concentration on mineral resources revenue. Governor Rapa has called on the people of Jiwaka and Western Highlands provinces respectively to unite in addressing law and order issues first before engaging in farming and economic activities.
So at all times, Agan must be respected, funds must be respected, means must be respected. Every now and you in town now, when Jiwaka province and town, the only town and bank now. You must respect them.
The Western Highlands Governor Wairapa also warned youths in Jiwaka not to cause nuisance because police will deal with anyone who breaks the law. Lindy Suharupa, National MTV News.
BSP Financial Group has opened its new lending centre in Port Moresby this morning. The lending centre is aimed at helping reduce pressure on other branches in the nation's capital in terms of people seeking loan assistance. The building was officially opened by Group Chief Executive Officer for BSP, Robin Fleming, and Cardinal Sir John Ribat.
BSP Financial Group has seen another milestone today by opening its lending centre at 4 Mile in Port Moresby. The lending centre has different sections for personal loans and housing loans. BSP Group CEO Robin Fleming says despite the 30% increase in tax for the commercial banks, BSP is still moving forward.
Some banks said when the company tax increased from 30% to 45%, we're now going to shelve our expansion plans. BSP, on the other hand, continues. This lending centre, Eriku, Dobell, Telephone and others. Because we know and understand that the people of PNG need these services and no other bank's going to go anywhere near towards delivering.
He says it will help in reducing the pressures that the other branches in Port Moresby are going through, like long queues and waiting for long hours. Group General Manager Retail for BSP, Daniel Font, highlights what the team at the lending centre will be doing.
To the media, I know there's a lot of rhetoric about queues. What this lending centre is designed to do also is to reduce the pressure on our other NCD branches. So about 20% low queue loan napla branch also go loxi loan. What this does is take the 20% out of the other branches into this centre and ease the burden on our other branches to allow us to serve customers quicker.
There are also tablets provided inside the centre where customers will be using them to submit their loan applications through an app. The official dedication was done by Cardinal Sir John Ribat from the Catholic Church. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News.
And now looking at the Nest Fund market report, the Kina closed unchanged at $0.2840 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina is buying $0.2765 US, $0.4110 Australian dollars, $0.2528 euro, 35.97 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York closed, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copra closed lower, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, and the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to National EMTV News. Chief Executive Officer for Port Moresby General Hospital, Dr. Poki Malumi, at the news conference today gave a brief of what has been transpired on Sunday at hospital's emergency department. Dr. Malumi highlighted that the matter is currently under investigation and wished for the justice to take its course.
Many of the information on the situation that occurred at the Port Moresby General Hospital has been misleading. Dr. Poki Malumi today, when presenting a brief of what had actually transpired, highlighted that only one monitor has been damaged and not three as to what has been circulated on social media.
Reports from our emergency department that the soldier was drunk, he was verbally abusing the staff, shouting, and he was attended to like any other patients. Yeah, and in the process, one of our monitors, not three, but one of our patient monitors was damaged. So we have reported the matter to the police, Boroko Police Station, so it's registered.
Dr. Malumi said the matter is currently under investigation. The emergency department has only two monitors and one has been damaged and they are left with one. The monitor cost 25,000 kina and is said to be a very useful equipment to the emergency department as it contributes significantly to cut down time for the nurses and doctors to do their job more efficiently and effectively.
Before the nurses, first the nurses attend to them, then they get their blood pressure, okay? They get their pulse, and they do the weight, vitals, and send it to the doctor to see. You will see the nurses having manual blood pressure machines, putting cover around, using the mercury, and they'll put their fingers. You know, it takes too long to do that. So in order to reduce this queue and improve the turnaround time, we put in electronic machines that's going to get the blood pressure very fast. The pulse, quickly, and then of course it can also measure your oxygen concentration in your blood. So that's the machine that does that. So one run means that we are going to increase the queue again because nurses will go back into manual.
Meanwhile, Chief of Defence Force Major General Mark Goina, in a statement released recently, said soldiers involved will be dealt with under the Military Disciplinary Code. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
For the first time in history, Papua New Guinea's premier higher learning institute, the University of Papua New Guinea, will now have a presence in the Yanguru Sausia district. This was made known at the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement between UPNG and the member for Yanguru Sausia district, Richard Maru.
Every year, 30,000 students enroll for Year 12 studies in different institutions across the country. From the 30,000 students, only 7,000 students graduate and continue studies to higher learning institutions, with a staggering 23,000 left out of the formal education system. These statistics show that more opportunity needs to be given to our young school leavers, and this is what Yanguru Sausia MP Richard Maru has embarked on with an MOA signed yesterday night at the UPNG Council room between UPNG and the MP in his capacity as member and chairman for the Yanguru Sausia DDA.
Sets forth the platform through which the university can be taken out to the masses. In this case, into the electorate of Yanguru Sausia.
Member for Yanguru Sausia Richard Maru revealed that there will be two UPNG campuses, one in Yanguru and the other one in Sausia. At this stage, only the science faculties have been built in both sites and will be open for intake come 2023.
We now have one campus. I have basically two ethnic groups within my district. We call them the Yanguru side and the Sausia side. So the main campus and its administration will be based in a place called Nangumaram along the Sipik Highway in the Numbo LLG. That's where the director will be based. We have two classrooms and a brand new 4-bedroom house for your center director.
Plans for a Faculty of Humanities and School of Business will be built in the new year, with Professor Boy Laui Ako, the Executive Director of the UPNG Open College, revealing that these will be offered to students that meet the required GPA.
I think you're now reading between the lines.
that the Science Foundation here, for the first time, after many years, will be now delivered at the district level.
Cost of the completion of the whole project, including the School of Business and Faculty of Humanities, will be 2 million kina. This investment will go a long way in educating school leavers in the Yanguru Associate District. Rocky Iso, National EMTV News.
Police in Mount Hagen City in the Western Highlands province will be restricting liquor sales during the Christmas and New Year period. This means all outlets and taka shops will be monitored in the coming days.
According to the Western Highlands Provincial Police Commander, Superintendent John Sagom, there will also be foot patrols by police in Mount Hagen City.
For the operations of Christmas and New Year, that there won't be any sale of liquor, and police will be enforcing these restrictions during the festive period and afterwards as well.
PPC Sagom also indicated that communication between citizens and police was important in addressing law and order.
The provincial government, through the assistance of digital PNG, we have got the news from the office of our Western Islands Governor that they will support Western Islands Police with a toll-free number. So that will be launched very soon. So it's going to be within Christmas period. They will be launching this toll-free number for police.
Meanwhile, this is his Christmas message to the people of the Western Highlands Province and residents of Mount Hagen City.
For this Christmas and New Year to all our citizens in Western Islands is celebrate in a more peaceful way, respect one another. If there is any conflict that is needed to be resolved, we have to solve those conflicts within our area, so that don't allow those conflicts to keep on going.
Lindy Suharupa, National EMTV News.
The Lae City Authority, together with Lae Open MP and Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso, will host a Christmas program for Lae residents at the Sir Ignatius Kilage Stadium in Lae. Starting on Thursday, the Carols Under the Stars program will be held on Thursday, 22nd of December 2022.
With only 4 days to go before Christmas and everyone is gearing up towards the festive period. In Lae City, this 2 days Christmas program will be led by various denominations. Variety of shows and programs, including Christmas carol sing-along, will be hosted by the churches. In anticipation towards this program tomorrow, Christmas lights are being put up at Snack Bar Roundabout and Huongal Field. The Lae City Authority says police and security personnel will be on regular footbeat patrols and safety will be their #1 priority, and a gate fee of 2 kina per head will be charged as entry fee, with all proceeds going straight to the Engau Hospital Children's Ward. Families in Lae are encouraged to take part in the 2 days event to celebrate Christmas together. Lindy Suharupa, National EMTV News.
This is National EMTV News. Trukai Sports is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. PNG national basketball representative Christian Pang told EMTV that he is awaiting his dual citizenship approval to participate in upcoming international basketball tournaments.
Following the Oceania Fight Promotion Fight Night over the weekend staged at the Sejongais Indoor Complex, basketballer Christian Pang said he was amazed with the talents displayed during the International Fight Night and hopes to bring such an opportunity to local basketball players following his recent basketball clinic held at the Taurama Aquatic and Indoor Center.
Yeah, definitely want to participate in more programs. Like the turnout at the camp on Saturday was really overwhelming. I was very happy. You know, I told my brothers and my dad I would be happy with 10 or 20 kids, but end up being around 80 of them, and a lot of coaches come down to help out too from the national team. So yeah, I was really happy about that, and I'll definitely be doing some more stuff in the future, trying to grow the game and inspire the next generation.
Peng added that going forward, he will negotiate with the PNG Basketball Federation to assist them in terms of training the upcoming talents ahead of the 2023 Pacific Games and the PNG National Championships.
Yes, I'm talking to the Basketball Federation at the moment, but yeah, due to my connections in Brisbane, I can help them out with like games, training, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, definitely going to help them out. Unfortunately, my dual citizenship hasn't been approved yet, but hopefully by the time next year for the 2023 Solomon Islands SP Games, I'll be good to go. So just fingers crossed on my citizenship.
Christian's sporting career in basketball is on hold at the international arena as he awaits approval for his dual citizenship to represent Papua New Guinea ahead of the 2023 Pacific Games, as he looks forward to inspiring the upcoming generation through this sporting code. Lisa Puni, Chukai Sports.
The 16th FINA World Swimming Championships, which was held from the 13th to the 18th of December 2022. The event was held at the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre, staged over 6 days, with heats in the morning sessions and the semi-finals and finals in the evening session. The championships provided a platform for the athletes to showcase their prowess. In the pool, Papua New Guinea was represented by 4 athletes, 2 males, 23-year-old Josh Tarere and 21-year-old Nathaniel Noka, and 2 females, 24-year-old Georgia Lei Vele and 14-year-old Nayali Tokeme. Under the coaching guidance of coach Rick Vendersund and team manager Elizabeth Wells. A great week of competition saw many personal best. On the first day of the competition, on Tuesday 13 December, saw 21-year-old Nathaniel Noka take to the water in the main open 50-meter butterfly heat event. This being the first time for Nathaniel to compete on the world stage, saw him swim a competitive race, clocking a finishing time of 26.85 seconds, which was a personal best time. Teammate 24-year-old Georgia Lei Vele, a seasoned swimmer on the international stage, having competed recently in the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham and the FINA World Championships in Budapest, also took to the water in competition in the female open 50-meter butterfly heat, clocking a finishing time of 29.81 personal best. Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Other than the Southern Nines tournament itself, the executive board of the Southern Nines, under the leadership of tournament founder and director Mr. Ivan Ravu, has invited on board the United Nations medical staff and a group from Anglicare to carry out medical awareness throughout the 5 days tournament.
Tournament founder and director Mr. Ivan Ravu has welcomed on board medical staff from the United Nations AIDS Department and a group of nurses from Anglicare to carry out HIV awareness, breast cancer and prostate cancer awareness. The medical staffs are situated at the entrance of the stadium just opposite the market stalls, where they can easily interact with the public when they make their way into or out of the stadium. Director Ravu highlighted the services that the medical teams have been offering to the public throughout the past 3 days.
Also during the tournament, we doing a lot of awareness program. It just been brought to my attention that HIV issue is now rising again, so I've invited the UNAIDS staff, Leslie Bola and his team, and also a group from Anglicare have been doing promotion of using condoms and leaflets to the youth, which is the area that we're targeting. We're also addressing the issues of stop violence against women.
This medical health awareness booth will be there until the end of the tournament. The services offered are free of charge, and Mr. Ravu is aiming at addressing especially health issues currently affecting Southern region communities through this platform. Lisa Buni, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern region, Port Moresby, some showers and thunderstorm, then cloudy periods. Popondetta, few showers easing, then partly cloudy. In the Momase region, Ley, few showers and possible thunderstorms easing, then partly cloudy. Banimo, cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorm. In the New Guinea Islands region, Loringau, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm. Buka, partly cloudy. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen, cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorm, then morning fog. Mendi and Wabe, cloudy with rain periods and possible thunderstorm.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, the 21st of December 2022. From the entire news team, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye for now.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.